I don't know what this video is about, but it is indeed titled Drake's Mansion is both amazing and awful.
So unbelievable that some of its features can only be described as awful.
Every bathroom in this house, when you walk up to the toilet, it opens and starts playing Tupac Hit 'Em.
Made funnier by the insane legal battle Drake went through just to have it built.
The brick wall is an eyesore to my clients in the neighborhood.
He first purchased the property for...
Yo, I want to say this. These type of right here, chat. These type of people right here, if you've ever owned a home, you know exactly what I'm talking about because you've either been a victim of it or you're one of them. They terrorize you. If these HOA terrorize you, they are terrorize. They will make up to try and find you with it. They'll come up with a story to try and get the city to enact a whole bunch of rules. They're so obsessed with control, they're not comfortable if they don't control things happening on your property. This owns a huge lot. How the f is putting a wall up an eyesore? What are you talking about? You live on the richest road in Toronto, my. How is that an eyesore? Bro, I'm HOAK. I don't buy homes with HOAs, bro. And if you've ever been in a home with an HOA and they've terrorized you, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not owning something that you get to control. Are you crazy? But that's what they do. You own it, you pay the property tax on it, but you have to ask them niggas for permission before you can make an adjustment? Are you insane? Fuck that, bro. I hate these type of niggas. On God! I hate these type of niggas, bro. They be coming up with any reason, too. They'll make some shit up. One time, they sent me a notice saying, you gotta take out your trash. Fair enough. Fair notice. Feel me? They gave me a notice. Problem is, the trash company didn't take the trash that week. You know, sometimes they just be skipping your house. You never know why. You feel me? I haven't been at the house for 3 days. Waleed's on vacation. So I look at the notice. We take care of the trash now. I get another notice a week later saying, looks like you haven't taken out the trash. We'll be fining you this amount. I'm like, I thought it was taken out. So I go to the house. It's not only been taken care of, they made it up just to fine me. On God, they're lunatics and they're terrorists, my nigga. Bro, I can't do it, bro. These guys, they're crazy, bro. They're actually insane, and they be coming up with random laws. I got so petty, chat. I went to every house on my road that also had their garbage out. It was 15 or 16 other homes, and I sent them an email saying, I'll be making sure you're treating everyone else the same because I know they're only on my ass. Bro, one time they called the police because my drift car in the cul-de-sac hasn't been driven in 5 months. And I got a notice saying, you have to legally move your car from that side of the road because you can't have broken down cars. And I said, bitch, the car works. They just assumed it was broken down so they can come up with a fine. Why assume that? It's in perfectly working condition, my nigga. The battery might be dead. Pump the battery, nigga. That's not broken. So then I did. So I moved the parking of the car so they can know at least it works. And then they sent me another notice. This is I'm not making this shit up. They sent me another notice and they said, your cars have to be legally registered in Georgia for you to park on the side of the road. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I took dumb long to register the car. But what does that have to do with the community, my nigga? I need you to understand how much driving space exists. This is not a cramped community. There's a lot of space between my house and the next house. We're not out of space. Nigga, everyone in the community could throw a Thanksgiving a festival, my nigga, and we would still have space for my car. So they're currently creating problems. So I got the tags done properly the next day, and then I got a notice 5 days later saying, we noticed you still have cars on the side of the property. It's actually insane what they put you through, bro. Dead ass. Real shit. That's why I hate them so much. I dead ass spend a decent amount of my time every week dealing with random HOA complaints because they come up with something, my nigga.
wall is an eyesore to my clients in the neighborhood.
He first purchased the property for $6.7 million in September 2015.
It's like if you don't know what an HOA is, a community. It's like a community union that has control over what you can and can't do on your property, and they can give you fines that you legally have to pay. Otherwise, you have to fight them in court over it. So it's a whole debacle. And when you buy a home, a lot of new developments are already in HOA. So they have certain rules, like you have to have your grass cut, the trash can't be visible. It depends. Each one has different rules and shit like that. It's just sometimes the people that enforce them very, like, they're just picking on people. They pick on specific people, bro.
At which point it simply looked like this. A 1963 bungalow with a 3-car garage and swimming pool, although it was obvious that Drake was focused on a different part of the property.
He never cared about like buying a big house. He was just like, I care about buying land.
Drake bought the house for its land and location, being a 2-acre lot amongst other mansions in the Toronto neighborhood of Bridle Path. The suburb ranked as the richest area in all of Canada, with its residents
What? I didn't know it was the richest in all of Canada. That's fucking nuts.
having an average net worth of $22 million and an average home value of $5.1 million. YouTube videos driving through the area show some of the craziest houses you might ever witness, and as a result, it's no surprise that
How is that
Drake
an
decided to
eyesore?
build there. On the 18th of May 2016, Drake's barely decipherable 3-story mansion plans were first released to the public, which accompanied a planning notice at the front of the residence, leading to annoying petty problems before construction had even started. Drake quickly discovered that the house he'd bought to demolish had been designed by a world-famous architect, and as a result he'd be scolded by the media for wrecking a piece of history. In one article titled "Drake, Take One Dance with That Bridle Path Home Before Tearing It Down," the writer stated, "I'm pretty angry with you for considering it a teardown," while the demolition notice had comments such as, "Maybe a minor variance in zoning, but one more sad step in Toronto's blind disinterest in heritage." Although these complaints were nothing compared to the issues caused by the new design, as the proposed mansion was so freaking huge it goes beyond what's permitted there. For example, the mansion's height of 17 meters was well beyond the 11 meters permitted by council, while his 34-meter wide driveway was 3.5 times larger than the allowed width of 9 meters. But the aspect that received the most backlash was the height of Drake's new fences.
Fences more than twice as high as would otherwise be allowed, in part due to security concerns on his property.
Everyone knows where he sleeps, where he eats, and that has really freaked him out.
As mentioned, Drake's extra high fences were proposed for security. However, his neighbors made an effort to push back immediately.
The brick wall is an eyesore to my clients.
You're an eyesore. You're literally an eyesore, my nigga. The words coming out your mouth are making my brain sore. Like, quite literally, like, I hate these type of, oh my God, bro. Y'all can tell I've been through it. Not just with one house. There's been many, bro. These HOAs get a hold of you, bro. But they get to just making demands. Nigga.
In the neighborhood, as it could be observed from almost every single room of my client's residence.
Despite this, councillors sided with Drake after learning he'd spent $1 million on trees for the property, and as a result, the building
Hold on, I'll replay that, Jimmy. I'll replay that.
Roughly 2 months later, Drake's builder and architect Ferris Rafali posted this image to his Instagram with the title, "Let's Get Started." This was followed by another post only 8 days later, showing that the block had been completely flattened, in the process creating a brand new problem. Drake's lovely neighbors had launched another complaint against him, claiming that trees were being cut down on the property before they'd received permission to do so. As a result, Drake was now facing a fine of up to $100,000 for every
Bro, they about to fine the nigga $100K per tree, man. Come on, bruh. Come on, bro. Come on, my nigga. Come on, bro.
tree destroyed, although his builder maintained that they'd done nothing wrong. This was confirmed after a council investigation, which stated there have been no violations, there have been no large trees cut down. I'm very glad that Drake and the company he has hired
So they just made it up?
Roughly 1 month later, an archived satellite view of the property showed that construction was back underway, which accompanied a new post on Ferris's Instagram, hinting at just how crazy the mansion was going to be. This is how we built an official NBA indoor basketball court, shoring and excavating renovation in process, which was followed by another post 1 month later showing the speed at which the house was being built. In the process, Drake came by to check out the property, which had begun framing only 4 months later, a stage which was fully completed within a matter of weeks, at which point the builder revealed another crazy detail. While the original plans put the mansion at 21,000 square feet, this number had since been doubled to 45,000 square feet, which included a 3,200 square foot master bedroom suite. For context, the size of an average 3-bedroom home is usually around 1,600 square feet, meaning Drake's bedroom was going to be the same size as 2 fully built middle-class homes. Although Drake showed no remorse for his extravagance, stating, "Because I was building it in my hometown, I wanted the structure to stand firm for 100 years. I wanted it to have a monumental scale and feel. It'll be one of the things I leave behind, so it had to be timeless and strong."
Okay, couple things. Look, here's the behind the scenes. For those who've never been in this battle before, I'm gonna tell you why they're treating him like this, okay? Because they don't want him in their community. I'm telling you, you can try and pretend like it's about trees or zoning laws or rules. They don't care about those things when their friends are the ones breaking the law, okay? They don't want him in the community, so they're gonna try and make it as inconvenient as possible for him to exist in that community, and this is how they do it. For whatever reason, maybe they think he's gonna be a rapper that's gonna bring a whole bunch of problems to the community. Maybe it's because of his skin color. Maybe it could be for a various amount of fucking reasons. But this exists because they don't want him in the community. And they're trying to drive him away with every legal thing they could try. I'm telling you, bro. So that's the nefarious part about all this. You could criticize a nigga for knocking down some historical part of the city. True. Okay? But what I would argue, I don't know what those other rich niggas did, but I would argue there's not many people in Toronto's history that have done as much for the city than Drake has. Call it dick suck if you want. That's objectively true. Like 8, 9, 10 years ago, niggas wasn't thinking about Toronto the way they think about it now. So what have you done for the city for you to be trying to bully one of the greats that our city's produced? Like, what have you done? And maybe it's some fire shit. Maybe they own like Canadian Goose or some shit. Maybe they've done some cool shit. They run a big company. I don't know. But what have you done though? And why are you trying to quite literally and ironically in this instance gatekeep? Because that's what they're doing. They're trying to gatekeep who belongs in their community with everything they got in them, bro.
It's overwhelming high luxury. That message is delivered through the size of the rooms. I wanted to make sure people can see the work I put in over the years, reflected from every vantage point. As construction continued, Ferris and Drake once again posed at the front of the property, although this, in combination with countless media articles listing his address, accentuated an aspect that was already a massive problem: security.
The attempts of getting into this property is daily and nightly.
As mentioned by Drake's representative, the house was being broken into every single day and night, only made worse when the house was given a geotag as Drake's mansion on Google Maps. As a result, Drake had to hire significant security.
Dude, his security is insane. You ever seen security? Have you
Yeah,
ever
I've seen some.
Imagine more.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. You're not getting to this guy. No chance.
With this also being seen in a video by a YouTuber named Walking Lady.
Don't go on the property again, alright?
Don't go what, sorry?
On the property.
And echoed in this.
Yo, to the fans or to the trolls or to the bugs who's trying to go on other people's property, you're weird. And I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. I hope somebody does that to you because you lack empathy. It's invisible. It doesn't exist in your heart. It's weird when you pull up to someone's house because that's supposed to be their place of peace. If people pulled up to your house, you would be afraid because your first thought would be, why are they walking around my property? Are they trying to steal? Are they trying to hurt me? You would feel uncomfortable living in your home because you don't know the attempts people are going to make. And because you don't have to deal with those problems, you don't give a fuck enough to treat and do that to other people. But it's very weird, bro. Why y'all niggas pulling up to someone else's house? That's so fucking odd to me. It's so odd. It behooves me.
This comment reading, I drove past his house looking to take some pictures, but there were these 3 to 4 big dudes standing out front guarding the place. What a life. In one notable incident, Drake's Toronto mansion was stormed by a knife-wielding woman who allegedly struck a security guard with a pipe, but while there were obviously some security hurdles during construction, there was no denying the house began to look incredible. After laying the slab for the basketball court, Ferris uploaded a video showing the court's entire construction process, which included a Drake-themed scoreboard, Drake-themed on-court branding, and even Drake-themed basketballs. The video received comments such as, "This is the dopest indoor court I have ever seen a celebrity have. Beats Shaq's and Jordan's, but while the basketball court could only be described as awesome, there were other aspects of the property that were better described as awesomely stupid. For example, Drake spent $700,000 on the world's most expensive bed. Created specifically for Drake's house, the bed named Grand Vivitas weighs 530 kilograms or 1,168 pounds and took over 600 hours just to make a single one. The bed has a whiskey and champagne bar on the backside of the bed head and a dedicated team of employees who flip and clean the mattress every 3.
Imagine you accidentally get some nut on the bed. I'll be pissed. Nigga, you can't even fuck on that bed, bro. You can't fuck on that bed, my nigga. Your shit shoot the wrong way one time. You're fucked. I wouldn't feel comfortable, bro. Like, what if she's giving you head or some shit like that, and it starts to get a little messy? My nigga, not on my $700,000 bed. I told you that. I told you if you want to fuck, we gotta do it on the $50,000 couch. We don't fuck on the $700,000 bed, bitch. Fuck. Get out my fucking house. Sign the NDA on your way out. Like, literally, bro. That, like, quite literally, it's $700,000, my nigga. You don't play with that. I don't give a fuck how much money you have. You can't fuck up your $700,000 bed.
Months. In addition to the bed, Drake had a 4,000-pound bathtub delivered to his ensuite, which was made from one giant piece of marble at a cost of over $50,000. After finishing in the tub, Drake can get dressed in his 2-story walk-in closet, which he's since defended as being an important part of the property. The bedroom is where I come to decompress from the world at the end of the night, and where I open my eyes to seize the day. The bed lets you float, the shower lets you escape and gather your thoughts, and the closet makes you want to talk to yourself while getting drunk.
Hey, but this nigga having an emotional experience with his house, bro. Look, I've never built a house, bro, but maybe I'd feel the same way if I built a house. Like, when you actually put the pain of building a home, that shit takes a while, especially a house this crazy. I can't even imagine, right? The whole process of getting the permits and everything. Bro, it might speak to me the same way, man, but I've never had this experience, my nigga. Get in my
rest. On the 5th of October 2019, roughly 3 years after construction first began, Drake posted this video to his Instagram showing that the luxury mansion was nearing completion while providing a further sneak peek into some of its wild features. There were the singing toilets we mentioned earlier, as well as quite possibly the craziest indoor swimming pool you might ever witness. However, it wouldn't be until Drake moved into the home 6 months later that he'd also show off his separate outdoor pool, as apparently the property needed 2 separate pools. On top of this, Drake bought a custom Bosendorfer piano for an estimated $500,000, which was shown for the first time in the Tootsie Slide music video, where Drake would also display a room holding every award he'd ever won. Additionally, Drake built an entire hallway for the sole purpose of displaying basketball jerseys, and considering Drake...
Bro, why? I think built a hallway to put up jerseys, my nigga. Hey, that's crazy as fuck.
Also has sun-tanning beds in his bathrooms. It's no surprise that even DJ Khaled praised the designer by stating, "Amazing job, I want you to build my next estate. I've been thinking the name of the one we're gonna build together because Embassy is incredible. Champagne Papi inspired me on another level. I have more work to do." Although even if you include Drake's 12-car garage and $10 million car collection, the mansion's often quoted value of $150 million is way over-exaggerated. The most expensive home ever listed in Bridle Path was on the other side of Drake Street, which had an asking price of $45 million in 2021. The home was built at the same time as Drake's and has a similar 9 bedrooms, 16 bathrooms, 12-car garage, and an indoor swimming pool. The property failed to sell for $45 million and has since had its price dropped to $40 million, so while Drake's house is certainly more luxurious...
Wait, when? When did it come out? Nah, shit was hot in 2021. I'm not gonna lie. If you was gonna sell a home, 2021 was a great time to sell it.
And has since had its price drop to $40 million. So while Drake's house is certainly more luxurious, it probably wouldn't sell for $150 million or even half of that. Despite this, Drake has certainly achieved his goal of building a monumental property, albeit at the cost of his time, money, and even his safety.
Bro, everywhere Drake lives is gonna be unsafe. It don't matter if the nigga lives in a penthouse or he lives in yonder, you feel me? Niggas is gonna try it no matter what, you feel me? It's just gonna be unsafe no matter what. So that's just the reality of it, to be honest with you. Good fucking video, Sonny. Oh, so you like the video? Boom. You're gonna like that one too, man. Go ahead, just. Bro, click the video. What the? Bro, that's what I be saying. Like,